Hey guys, welcome back. Please like this videos, recommend it to others, and hit that subscribe button so you can keep seeing videos just like this.
Hey, you want to know something I bet you didn't know? This is the 12th junkyard in 6 weeks to mysteriously burn everything in it. Now, let me ask you a question. If you were about to take off all of the older vehicles that are on the roads, and you didn't want anybody to find parts, how would you do that? If you were about to say, you know what, we don't want all these older vehicles on our roads anymore. We're going to put new mandates. We're going to make you buy cars with sensors. We're going to do all this stuff. But how do we stop people from continuing to keep their old cars? Maybe burn all the junkyards? No, that couldn't be it, right? Like, that's just too smart of thinking, right? That's conspiracy thinking, right? This is just an accident, right? No coincidences, right? Stay safe, America.
Almost sounds like the last time we covered this topic where they don't want old cars on the road, the cars for kids thing. Now you might say this is conspiracy minded, but it does feel like they do want to do away with a lot of DIY. The thing about used electric cars is that they're basically worthless, right? After you rack up miles on them, you can't fix them like older cars. What kind of weather created that shape? That's a crazy looking rock. That's straight up a face. Who doesn't see the face?
There was just a mass sighting of a UFO in Brazil. Now I'm going to show you all the pieces of footage I've collected, but there is video still rolling in, and right now there's about 3 different sources of video I have. Take a look at this. Alright, bear with me here. My Portuguese is not up to date, so I'm going to butcher all these pronunciations. This video is taken over Campo Lago Parana about 7:30 p.m. in Brazil, May 31st. Apparently, this object was witnessed by several people. It remained stationary for a long time, and the people who witnessed it commented that it was an extremely large object. This next video was taken 860 miles away over Felicio de Santos. The footage was taken from a highway from somebody's car. They pulled over to get this footage. Now, this next piece of footage is by far the most interesting. It was taken by a farmer named Make Leo. This man witnessed the object several times that night. He made several Instagram posts about it. There is lots of information on his personal Instagram page, but this is the best footage he captured of the object. And he later drew this artist rendition of the object. He said there was lights running down along the side, and this right here is a recreation of that picture he drew. This is the object they all saw. So since it's so early after the event happened, there's still a lot of information out there that needs to be collected. There's still probably more pieces of evidence that's going to be rolling in. But as of this moment, this is what we've got. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Thanks for stopping by.
That's pretty crazy, especially since it was 3 different angles. He said one of them was 800 miles from the first video. That's insane, dude. That's pretty cool footage. I hope it's not just a factory in the distance with a lot of lights. That would suck.
So apparently we've all had the same bathroom dream. For the last few days, my For You page has been full of pictures of bathrooms like this, and the comments are all mostly women saying that they've had dreams about this exact bathroom. It's usually dirty and disgusting. The stalls are way too short. A lot of times there's like double stalls, like there will be 2 toilets in a stall and you have to like walk past someone using the first toilet to get to the second toilet, only to find that it's clogged and also disgusting. Also, there's an overwhelming sense that this is in a school. Usually people are saying that it's like their middle school, which I was shocked to see this because I've been having this dream for years, and I'm so surprised to learn that this is actually kind of a universal experience. And not only that, but when I go into this bathroom, it's full of other women, and now a lot of people are saying that this is maybe some sort of dream world that we're all going to, and when you're in it seeing other people, those people are actually there. Like, those are real people that are having the same dream at the same time. One explanation I saw a psychologist say on here was that maybe this is our brain kind of telling our body to not pee ourselves as we're sleeping. It's drawing up this disgusting bathroom as a way for us to kind of hold it through the night. But this got me thinking of all the other shared dreams that we've had. Like, I know so many people that have the same types of dreams. One of them that I hear a lot is stress around test taking. Like, I'm in my 30s and I still have nightmares about being in college, being late for a math test, or realizing at the end of the semester that I've never shown up once for this math class. Like, it's always specifically math, and I hear that from people a lot.
Well,
and if you've ever done theater, like, you know that theater dream where you never learned your lines and you're in the wings trying to learn your lines before you go on stage because somehow you've made it the entire rehearsal time without ever learning what the play is about or any of your lines. But yeah, I'm curious, have you seen this place in your dreams, and what other recurring dreams do you have? Because I'm sure that we're all having the same dreams, and now I'm positive that we're all seeing each other in our dreams.
I've had that one multiple times, where I'm back in high school and I didn't study for a test, but never the bathroom one. Have y'all had this? That's weird. That makes me think that somehow everyone's going to a different dimension where everyone can see each other, and it's like the back rooms.
Those 300 families in Georgia that are being forced out of their homes so that AI data centers can build on their land, Georgia is giving tax breaks to those companies to build the centers, which means these people are paying for their own homes to be taken from them so that these AI data centers can be built. And right now, 38 states have incentives, tax breaks for companies who build AI data centers. Because AI needs massive amounts of power, and that power needs massive amounts of land. There's a company called GEV that has had a crazy stock run in price over the last couple of months. All they do, or one of their big business specialties, is building miniature power systems for these AI data centers. They need their own miniature power system because every AI search, everything you do on AI runs through a physical building somewhere. And so with eminent domain, some people say, well, it's okay because the company decides to pay you, they pay you fair value, but sometimes they decide what that fair value is. So if a company has to pay a whole bunch of people because they want to take their land, do you think they're going to give them the highest price? And if you disagree with the price the company is offering you, you can take them to court, sure, but that's going to be very expensive because you're going to have to pay for attorneys to go up against $1 billion company.
Yikes. This goes back to what we always talk about here, which is the most boring dystopia ever. What a boring way to lose your entire way of life. Who would have thought the end of the world would be so lame, I guess. It just drives me crazy because I don't know if you guys have seen the other videos of people protesting the data centers, yet the politicians that represent them in their district are just pretending like they don't hear it and they go ahead with it anyways. And I know I sound like a broken record, but it just reminds me of Idiocracy. Y'all remember that scene when they're walking up to the Costco, and it's just desolate land. All plant life is gone, eradicated.
64 million mosquitoes are set to be released across California and Florida. And you might be surprised to hear who is behind this. Google, of all companies, has applied for a permit to introduce a new population of mosquitoes into the wild in order to wipe out the disease-ridden population. Well, the US about to have a mosquito civil war on their hands. Now, at first, this sounds absolutely insane, right? But Google thinks this is a good idea because these mosquitoes in particular have two secret weapons. The first—
oh my god, I just researched this. I have a mosquito problem on my property, but they're probably going to release a bunch of male mosquitoes because the female mosquitoes are the ones that bite. Also, they're the ones that survive the longest. I bet you that's what it is.
Being that they're all male, and fun fact, males don't bite humans, so they can't spread disease further. That also does kind of mean that the civil war is going to be male versus female to make things even crazier. And secondly, these mosquitoes will carry a naturally occurring bacteria called Wolbachia, which essentially makes them sterile and unable to reproduce with the female mosquitoes. Damn, they really got the bros locked in on this battle. So the idea is that over time, the species responsible for spreading deadly diseases like dengue fever, Zika virus, and other West Nile viruses could be dramatically reduced without the need for toxic pesticides. But I know you're probably wondering, Google? Why is my search engine now starting mosquito civil wars? Well, in short, the answer is because they are one of the only companies in the world to have the budget, the ability, and the technology to pull off something like this. And of course, money spent on health takes up about 10% of global GDP. That's about $10 trillion a year. So if Google's technology can reduce global health costs, save lives, while also getting themselves into a big new market, well, sure, that's part of it too. But what do you guys think? Will the public trust a company like Google with an endeavor like this or not?
I don't think it's a good idea, bro. I don't know why these big companies keep tinkering with the environment with bugs, with food, with us. Would that even solve the problem? Because aren't mosquitoes just born from like water? Like if you have a puddle, the mosquito just pops out of nowhere, out of thin air.
I don't like that.
Nope, that's a hell no from me, and the person that filmed this, they agreed, they got the heck out of there. This video was uploaded by Lord Explorers on Facebook. It shows them, I believe, urbexing an abandoned mall. They encounter a dolly, which already shows people are there. And in the distance, not too far away, is a pile of scrap copper, which means they need to leave. We've talked about urbexing many times, urban exploration, exploring abandoned modern structures. And in this particular situation, finding scrap copper is not the main issue. It's more so about your typical demographic of people that collect scrap copper and scrap metal in general. It's common for addicts, for example, to steal scrap metal and just sell it off for cash very quickly to support their habit. And obviously doing this is illegal, so you're going into a spot where people are knowingly doing illegal things, not to mention they could be on substances, and who knows what they might think if you walk into their domain. So yeah, overall, not a good vibe, and as I've said many times, if I were doing urbexing, I would be more concerned about squatters than really anything else.
That probably does have to be the scariest thing you could run into. Not even a ghost, but a tweaker. But yeah, I agree. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. Like, WTF, I was just trying to let my dog outside to pee. Where the hell did he come from? He just kind of appeared out of thin air. Oh, he was hiding. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. That's a stalker. That is a stalker. Oh man, that's horrifying.
How coincidental is it that one of the first people that were to get this brain chip from Elon is now like able to shapeshift, like has the ability to actually shapeshift right in front of people on the side of the street? We'll come right back to him, you know, changing his eyes and things like that. So here's him talking about this new brain chip he got. And don't forget, there's people in other countries that are literally chipping their hands and everything to make it easier to buy products, you know? A living parallel, if you will, from Revelation itself.
Do you have any side effects?
No, I don't have any side effects.
Do you have any?
I don't have any.
Can you feel it?
I can't feel it.
That's
I was able to do it and then I did it.
And how long did that take you?
That took me about a week.
And then you went home and...
I practiced at home.
And so what do you think the biggest benefit of this is?
The biggest benefit is that it's going to help people with spinal cord injuries and people with Parkinson's disease and people with epilepsy and people with depression, anxiety, and all these different things. I could still move the mouse with my mind.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I had. It's actually pretty cool.
Is it like a chip?
It's a small chip, yeah.
Oh yeah, promise miracles for these people to merge themselves with artificial intelligence and technology, I get it. By the way, the spirit has left his eyes completely. They even say that these chips will allow these people to talk with machines directly without having to vocalize. It's funny, you know, when they talk about these aliens, you know, this demonic spiritual wickedness high places, how they talk without speaking. And now all of a sudden he can shapeshift in real time.
I like what you see.
That's so scary. It's real, bro. It's real. Leo, how do you do that?
Yo, come check out dude's eye, man.
You wanna know what I think? I think it's a lie. He was never a human in the first place, and this is just some bullcrap to push this chip. I had a dream about this years ago, before I knew of any chip. And in the dream, the second these people, I think my dad in the dream, the second he did this thing, he was no longer a human, his spirit was gone, he was completely gone, completely gone. Be careful. Get the word out. Get away from this stuff.
That entire video screams AI. I don't think that's real. So we're just gonna say that's AI for now. Creepy glasses appear on our porch.
So now that's that bad watch, look. Right there, boom.
They came out of nowhere.
They just appeared.
Look. So like, there was like nothing on the floor right now?
Huh?
So now that's that bad watch, look. Right there, boom.
They came out of nowhere.
They just appeared.
So like,
That's weird. That don't even look like he dropped them. I knew socks disappeared. Yeah, sometimes they really do. I love living in Knoxville. What the hell is going on here, bro? Oh, man. I don't see what the problem is. He looks pretty happy. I don't think he's gonna cause anybody any harm. My guy's just enjoying life.
Honest, cannot believe I found this. I literally just found Triangle Rock. I cannot contain my excitement. I'm so excited. Only I would get excited over a big rock, but look at this.
That's
It's a
supposed to
swimming
be
hole.
natural?
You can go in here. Can't see in there. Oh, yes, you can. So in the summertime, you can get on your swimsuit and swim right in.
Dude, look how perfect this is. Look at all the straight right angles. This is supposed to be natural? There's got to be like a boss fight in there or something. No way nature just formed that.
Oh my god, what is that? Oh my god! What is that?
What is that for real?
Oh my god, what is that? Oh my god! What is that?
They need to get out of the car and talk to it. It might have something important to say.
Help! Jesus! Oh,
What is happening, bro? He's reacting to the slaps. Somebody said the Bluetooth slaps. Oh my god. Oh, I can't, bro. I can't. Every once in a while, the For You page will just give me some pure magic. Leave that poor lady alone, y'all. She been through it. She been through it. June 8th, 2026 earthquake. Oh my god, bro. That looks fake. That looks like a miniature set, like for a movie. Earthquakes are crazy, man, because you know they're just part of living on this planet. They're never gonna stop. So like the fact that we built our houses, our buildings, our skyscrapers on this planet that we know will never stop having earthquakes is just crazy. Nothing is permanent if you think about it. Nothing. Excuse me? Those poor dogs, bro. Those poor dogs. I don't know if anybody wants to wake you up. I hope you find the help you're looking for. All right, this next person, I guess, bought a haunted house. They say, haunted house, I would love to know your thoughts on our attic entryway. I also brought out our haunted mirror from the attic. How do we know these things are haunted?
So you all convinced me to bring out the haunted mirror. She was in the attic and I brought her out this morning. I gave her a quick little bath. She needs another little scrub down, but you can see that is the older part of the mirror is in the trim, like late 1700s. And then apparently the main part was brought out in the middle 1800s.
It looks kind of haunted.
Till late 1800s. It still kind of gives me the willies, but I'm gonna try and bring it out for a little while and see if we can be chill. But anyway, So the other part of my house, we are in the middle of painting and scraping the ceiling, but it is our attic. My kids aren't big fans. My husband and I are not big fans of this part of our house at all.
I can see why.
So I'll even show you this. So this is our banister that goes all the way down.
It's a nice staircase.
Super fun, gorgeous. At Christmas, I do lights and garland all the way down. Super fun house to decorate. But this part of our house gives us the creeps, especially at night when we're coming upstairs. My bedroom is right there. My kids' bedroom's there, bathroom, kids' bedroom, and then another kids' bedroom over here to my left. So we have to come up the stairs and we pass this hallway. And even when I just heard somebody walking. Okay, so even when I come up at night, it still feels like somebody is sitting right here at the top of the stairs.
That dog looks
And there's
spooked.
more to that, but tell me what you think.
I didn't hear it, but that dog sure damn did. I agree. I think it might be haunted. It looks old enough to be haunted. The more I see haunted houses like this, the more I feel like I could get used to living in one. They don't look too bad. A lot of times they look kind of fancy, you know? They got that old Victorian charm to them.
Hundreds of people in the valley say they are hearing voices in their heads. And those voices are being transmitted by microwave or other methods.
Well, several viewers asked us to investigate what they call electronic harassment.
Wait, that went too quick. Let's see here. News segment refers to local report on electronic harassment. Over 300 residents in the Coachella Valley, including Palm Springs and Johnson Valley, claimed that they were hearing voices. The broadcast covered a specific group of local residents who discovered they were sharing identical experience despite knowing each other beforehand. Oh, despite not knowing each other beforehand. Local residents reported hearing persistent, often critical voices that felt like an external invasion of their thoughts. Rather than attribute the phenomenon to medical conditions, the local group believed they were targets of gang stalking or covert technology harassment. They attributed the voices to microwave signals, radio frequencies, or voice-to-skull technology. The movement grew to hundreds of documented cases. I find it hard to believe that 300 people were lying or hallucinating. We know that technology exists. That's pretty crazy. I believe them.
Okay, this video is not AI. This was taken inside of, I think, a skid steer in Nebraska. And those are not flies, dude. Actually, there is some flies buzzing around out there. But the million little insects on the window, those are ticks. And this guy in this video is talking about how he's never seen ticks like this in his entire life. Now, the mainstream is saying there's so many ticks now because of the climate. And they're saying because of warm winters and stuff. But in where I live, we had the coldest winter for a very long time this year. And now we're said to have a tick explosion this summer. So it makes no sense. Now, the crazy part is, if it's anything like rats, there's not known to be many rats in the interior of Canada up here or in the States here because of the mountains. They can't really get over the mountains apparently. But these ticks, I guess if they happen to fall out of a plane, they could get anywhere, couldn't they? Now, I'm of course not suggesting that anyone's finding any boxes of anything on their farms and stuff, although I have seen a bunch of videos about it. But who do you blame on that when there's no name on the box, no trademark, no property of mention on the box? It's just a blank box that a million ticks crawl out of. And I've been bit by a tick before, by the way, and I'll tell you exactly where. Right around here. I was in Alberta, went over here, and then it was in Manitoba, actually. And this friggin' tick, man, I lay down in a farmer's field at 5 in the morning after a long night's driving, put a blanket down, rested my head, and I woke up to several ticks climbing on me and one tick that had bit me on my side. Anyway, I didn't get alpha-gal or anything like that. I can still eat meat. But that's shocking, dude. What's going on with these ticks? Remember to put on these certain essential oils. You got to find out, do your research, but you can have natural, you don't need to use DEET. You can use natural things to get rid of these damn ticks, man. And get that guinea fowl and that chickens, they eat ticks too. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below and follow for more.
That's a lot of ticks. Too many. How do you even go outside without getting immediately bit by a tick? That seems almost impossible. That's crazy. I don't know where this farmer lives, but I don't want to be anywhere near there. Why divers go missing in caves? Oh. It's that guy? What the hell? Okay, dude. That is horrifying, but I guess you could go missing making a creepy video like that, right? The hell? Okay. You pissed off a ghost? That's the only thing I can think of. You made Casper angry? I have no idea what that could be. Time to sage again. Okay. I don't see what the problem is. I think he's just breaking it down for the cat. Seems kind of friendly, to be honest. I'd let him stay. Why not?
June 6th, and last night while you were sleeping, the U.S. military was performing training in Long Beach, California in the middle of the night. Could you imagine waking up in the middle of the night hearing a literal military operation happening? People probably thought that this was a real-life attack. But wait, it gets worse. This is the second time in the last week where the U.S. military is performing military training on U.S. soil. On U.S. soil. And they're specifically doing it in Democratic-ran cities. Why would you think they would need to do something like that? What is the point in doing something like that on U.S. soil? Who are they training to take down?
How do we know they're training? What if this was an actual mission, bro? They're fighting an entity. Yeah, exactly. Exactly that. What if they found the alien that was hiding out in that building? That sounds stupid, but why would they be doing this like in a building in the city? Don't they just train on their bases?
He was driving a client when he sees this in the backseat. A man named Thomas John, who's a medium and a driver, records many videos interacting with his passengers, sharing interesting details of what he sees around their life. But one day he captured a highly unsettling video. While driving one of his clients, through his rearview mirror, he sees something so unsettling, he begins to feel ill.
How's your day?
So far, so good. How's your day been?
Good.
It's pouring out here.
Huh? How's your weekend and stuff?
I've been up since like 4 this morning.
You know what? I'm sorry, honey, but I have to...
Why is there so many camera angles?
Turn around. So I know this is totally weird, but I'm a medium.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I communicate with people that are passed over.
Okay.
And I actually feel like I'm gonna pass out because there's so many people with you right now. I don't feel like I can focus on the drive. I don't know why, but there's like 200 people with you, so I have to pull over.
Why is there
Thomas
so many
sees
cameras,
what he
dude?
describes as hundreds of souls surrounding this woman.
I wonder if it's because I'm a mortician.
Yes, that would be it. Are you actually a mortician?
Yes. No. I'm a mortician. I go in removals. I do casketing, cosmetizing. I work on the certificates.
Yeah, there's just way too many people around you. I have to get you out of this car because otherwise I'm literally, I don't want to like crash the car while we're driving. Thank you, sweetie.
No, you're welcome.
And while turning the car around, she mentions that she's a mortician, which explains why Thomas was sensing so many entities attached to her. Unable to drive like this, he drops her off.
That video looked kind of staged. There was way too many camera angles, man. It felt staged.
An extremely intelligent bear injured 4 people in Japan. The attacks began on Tuesday, June 2nd in an industrial and residential area of Fukushima, Japan. Surveillance footage shows the bear chasing an employee at the entrance of a steel factory, knocking him to the ground and then entering the building. According to local media, another employee in his 60s was also the same site, along with a woman over 80 in a nearby neighborhood. Later that day, the bear reportedly entered another factory and another employee. Japanese authorities eventually managed to trap the bear inside a factory. But on Thursday, June 4th, Fukushima's mayor said the bear had escaped on its own. According to city officials, the bear opened a window to get out and also unlocked and slid open the door by itself.
What? That's a guy in a costume, bro. How? Literally how?
Mayor also said the animal was seen turning on a faucet to drink water.
That's a person in a bear costume. There's no way it's not.
An attempt to tranquilize the bear with a dart reportedly failed. Police declared an emergency situation, allowing the bear to be killed. Since the 2011 Fukushima national disaster, some areas around the plant remain highly restricted and largely closed to the public. With fewer people in certain areas, Japanese researchers have observed wildlife returning in greater numbers over the past several years. Japan is now estimated to have around 50,000 wild bears. In 2025, 13 people reportedly died in bear attacks, a record for the country.
Why are they trying to put it down, man? They need to capture him. They gotta study his brain. They said he opened the door, opened the window, and then watched him drink water from a water faucet. Bro's hella high IQ. They gotta study him, man.
Yo, she's eating raw chicken. Oh, what the What the
Is the blue cat over there still here?
I don't know.
Oh.
Is that good?
What?
Does that taste good?
Tastes delicious.
It's delicious? Okay. What the
She said it's delicious. I'll take her word for it. Baby, this is disclosure. Oh, man. Oh, I get it now. This is one of those aliens that are living amongst us. So she's an alien. She's an alien, okay. Can someone please explain to me why our Alexa's randomly making typing sounds in the middle of the night? I think it's like writing up the transcript for everything you say in your sleep. Maybe it hears you sleep talking and it's like gonna read it back to you in the morning. Or it might have been hacked, one or the other. That's probably more likely. It was probably hacked.
So did y'all see that the Catholic Church removed a priest as an exorcist because he said UFOs and all the attention around aliens is actually demons? So Monsignor Stephen Rosetta said the following about the alien activity, and I quote with all this. He said, as an exorcist, I wanted to raise the danger, and that is that demons like to hide. They don't want us to know what they're doing because they're more effective when we don't realize it. They can kind of get into your head, you know, and manipulate things in the world to influence us to do evil. It's my personal belief that probably many, if not most, of the UFO sightings are in fact demons. And after he said all of this, the Catholic Archbishop of Washington, D.C., Cardinal Robert McElroy, removed him as an exorcist. He also cut ties with the nonprofit that same exorcist or ex-exorcist ran. And he said that the statements linking UFOs to demonic presences and the center's recent use of social media gravely undermine the church's very precise teachings on the devil, demons, and exorcism. You know, and I've had multiple people in my comments say that aliens are actually demons, and I don't normally touch religion, but I still thought this would be a good one to talk about.
Well, that's a plot twist. Why'd they fire him? That sounds like he actually made somebody really upset. Like they don't want us to think that the aliens are demons. That's a little strange, right? Well, guys, that's all I have today. Thanks for hanging out with me again. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, you're awesome, and I appreciate you. And with that, I'll see you in the next video.